What's up guys? So today we're going to be doing a quick revisit to the Vivo X200 Pro Mini, this time in green, which is not really green. I don't know why I keep calling it that. So here in China, this color is called titanium cyan, which kind of makes sense, I would say. But overall, all the colors that the Pro Mini comes in my opinion, are quite strange because of the matte finish that they have. Like this one right here, it looks green, blue, silver, titanium, and whatnot all at once. But I have to admit, I kind of like the way it looks. But anyways, that's besides the point. So in this video, I'm going to be trying to take a look at our customization features on OriginOS 5, which some of you guys were curious about when I made that other video with ColorOS 15. So I'm trying to do the same thing on OriginOS 5. All right. I already installed Nova Launcher and KWGT widgets, so we're going to be testing those out first. Let's try and see if we can set Nova Launcher as our default launcher, because it's working normally apparently. And we do get the option to do that with OriginOS 5. So let's go ahead and try that. Did that happen? I'm not sure what just happened. Okay, it's set to Nova Launcher, but for some reason it's still showing that option and it's doing things on its own. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that, but anyways, apparently that option is doing absolutely nothing. Yeah. But hold on, there was an extra step in the settings that I saw somewhere. Allow setting a launcher, I think. Allow replacement here. Replace system home screen. So let's try that out. It wants my Vivo account password. Let me try and enter that. Privacy, guys. All right, so that opened a second option right here. This is what I missed in my original video, and it's why I had to re-upload. Shout out to Papa Millennial 4808 for noticing this. Now, I'm not even sure why this option even exists, but when you enable the first one, the second one comes enabled by default. And if you don't want to end up jumping back to your system launcher when you do a home gesture, and it doesn't really matter if it's a gesture or a home button with the button navigation system, if you do that, you'll end up with your system launcher again. So you have to disable this to so that your home gesture or button works properly with your custom launcher. Now go ahead and try it. As you can see, we can use our Nova Launcher without jumping back to the system launcher, and the system launcher is not showing here in the task manager either. Now it's still sloppy. It's definitely not as snappy as the system launcher. Animations are messed up, as you can clearly see. I'm not sure what why that is, but it's the way things are built. Now, as I said in the beginning of the video, I have KWGT installed, and I realized that it's not really working properly with the system launcher, and I'll show that to you in a second. But while we're here, let's try it out here to see if it's compatible with Nova Launcher. Okay, so let's do whatever. First time I'm running it. All right, let's do this one. Let's do a touch action for it. I'm going to set it to run an app, whatever. Let's do Chrome. I want to be as global as possible. All right. So it's showing the widget properly. It's showing the time properly too. But no, it's definitely not running Chrome. Yeah, this is the exact same issue that I had with the system launcher earlier when I tried KWGT by myself. Now let's try another app just to make sure it's not Chrome. Let's try a Chinese app. And then this lag, this stutter that you see with KWGT, this has always been there. This is the KWGT thing, definitely not the phone. Doesn't happen anywhere else. Just making sure you're aware of that. It's not opening Chinese apps either. There's the haptic feedback I can feel it happening, but it's not open in any app. Let's try another. Let's try a native app like calendar or calculator. Yeah, it's working. It's limited to native apps only. Let's try another. Let's try calendar this time. Not Google Calendar. Okay. Yeah, it's working with native apps, but it's not. It will not open your third-party apps, not even Chinese apps for some reason. All right, that settles it. Let's switch back to the system launcher for now. All right, here we go. And to be honest, I love the system launcher. I get it if you don't, but it has plenty of features. It's very smooth, very snappy, and it gives me that iPhone smoothness feeling. Also, it comes with, like, you can definitely disable this sidebar. It comes pre-enabled with another global area thing, global search or something. I'm not sure what it's called, but when you do the swipe down gesture, that happens. I've already disabled it. You can disable all of those, and then you also get, like, you can do, I don't know, you can do bulk organization. Like, you can grab many apps at once. You can drop them at on any screen that you want, or you can directly throw them onto a different screen. And you also get this mood cube. This is Vivo specific. It's pretty fun to fiddle with again. Now you can hide widget icon names. You can do your do different styles for your icons. You can make them bigger, smaller. Like, of course, you get wallpaper, themes, colors, tile styles, and everything. But this one right here, Windows style, this is pretty interesting. You can add effects to your background. Like, I've enabled blur already, as you can see. So you can add any wallpaper and you can blur it instantly or unblur it. And then you also get this time thingy that you can enable, and if it's time vista, if it's daytime, the wallpaper gets kind of brighter, as you just saw, and if it's nighttime, it'll get darker. And you also get this monotone thingy that will kind of turn your wallpaper into one single tone in color. And then you also get this sky feature. It interacts with the weather app, and it's supposed to help depict what it looks like outside. I'm not sure if you noticed. So there's an overcast where I live right now. It's cloudy, so there isn't much going on right now. But like, if it's raining or if it's sunny outside, you'll see things happening on the background. It's kind of cool. It's unique. So you get those with the default launcher, and you get plenty other options. Like, of course, you get the layouts, your sliding effects, and icon autofill, or autofill when apps are removed. Pretty specific, huh? So I'd say that the system launcher is pretty good on its own, but again, it's completely subjective. Now, I mentioned that KWGT isn't working properly with the system launcher earlier. I won't repeat the same thing as I did on Nova Launcher, because it's basically the same thing. It'll show the widget, but you won't be able to open any other app apart from native apps. So I won't do that again, but I'll add one widget just to show you something. The process of adding a widget is, of course, exactly the same as on any other phone. So let's do a 4x1. Oh, here we are. Okay. So here's the thing. It shows the widget name for some reason, and there isn't an option to disable that. All you can do is basically hide icon names altogether, icon and widget names from here, from the mood cube. And it actually looks pretty nice too. Let me just show it to you. Supplying. So as you can see, it's pretty nice. It's cool. And but yeah, all you get, like, is either you can have all of your icon and widget names enabled or disabled. You can't choose. And it's strange because let me enable icon names again. It's strange because it doesn't show the widget name for some widgets, like the Nothing X right here. There's no name for this, but there's name for all of these other widgets. Not sure why, but that's the case. So I really wouldn't say that KWGT is usable with the system launcher or any other launcher for that matter. So let me disable icon names again. Let's move on to settings. We get the same origin island, the dynamic island thingy. Everybody's trying to mimic Apple now. So again, there's this drag and go feature that I already kind of showed in my introduction video with the 200 Pro Mini. Now there's this section called pinned services. Expectedly, it's only available with Chinese apps and services. You can definitely customize them but with only with supported apps only. And your global ones aren't any of those, so you can't really use that either. Right now, I would say that it's more functional than that on ColorOS 15 because there's more events that can trigger the island with OriginOS 5. Like there's obviously it works with like calls and recordings and whatnot, but it also works with the AI advisor if you live in China, of course. So every time, for instance, every time I get a new delivery, package delivery or food delivery, it shows it right here. There's an event, like it pops up and it tells me like it's being delivered or how far it is. And if I've ordered an Uber, or well, not an Uber, I have to be precise. If I order a Didi, which is the Chinese equivalent for Uber, it'll show like how far in minutes, how far the car is, or I think it shows the license number as well. I'm not sure, but there's definitely something on the left side as well. But yeah, it only works with those apps. You cannot do much more with it if you live outside of China. Now let's move on to the AOD screen. Now, I actually don't use this because of one reason that I will point out right now. And I already mentioned this actually, but anyways, so if you use your AOD and if you enable AOD notifications, you will only get notifications from these apps. So it doesn't even support all Chinese apps. I have other Chinese apps as well, but it only supports WeChat and some native apps, phone and messaging, that's it. And for some weird reason, Gmail is supported too. Not sure why. Gmail is a global app, but you don't get notifications from any other apps like Telegram, WhatsApp, or I don't know, YouTube, Instagram, nothing. But Gmail is supported somehow. It's working normally. But there's actually quite interesting designs here too. They're really fun to fiddle with if you're into that kind of thing. But I don't use it personally because I want to be able to just take up my phone, take a glance, and be able to tell if I have any new notifications. But you won't be able to do that with the default AOD screen. So here's what I've done. So let me turn on icon names. So there's custom AOD screen apps like this one, Movies Edge. You can just look up. This is not a promotion. You can use any of them that you want. That's just the one that I've tried, and it seems to be working better than the others with better designs. But anyways, so this is the one that I've been using. Let me try it out. It's kind of like the there's no entry and exit animation. It's kind of rough right now, you know. There's sudden it pops up all of a sudden and it goes away all of a sudden. That's not nice, but I mean it gets the job done, right? You can see all of your notifications. Like if I get a new one right now, which I'm gonna try from my computer in a second, but if I get a new notification, it'll show from here. Give me a second. Yeah, you see that? So you also get this edge lighting thing, which is really cool also. But it's fine, and there's also many different designs. Some of them are paid, of course. You need to get Pro for them, but it's sufficient for me. It's not the best thing, as like it's definitely not as good as a native AOD screen, but again, it gets the job done. The only problems I have with it right now is, first, no entry and exit animation, and second, if you press the power button, it just goes away. and if you press the power button a second time, it goes straight to your lock screen. And now you can disable this, like you can set it to do this instead. Close on, screen off. If you enable the disable that feature, this is even more strange. If you press the power button, it goes away, and you press the power button a second time, you go back to the AOD screen. So you can't get to your lock screen now unless you go through the AOD screen. Again, it's not ideal, but it's fine for me. If you absolutely have to use an AOD screen, this is something that you can do. But other than that, you are free to do whatever else you want. Yeah, everything else is pretty much the same as on a global ROM. These are the only differences that are there with the Chinese OriginOS as opposed to FunTouch OS, which is Vivo's global ROM. All right, let me know what you guys think down below. Until the next one, peace out.